fact is, Joe Biden decides to run with 50% support of Democrats, he's not going to get challenged. There's not going to be a significant challenge to him, I don't think. I mean, regardless of whether people are excited about that or not. However, on the Republican side, there is a desperate attempt, and there has been a desperate attempt, it seems to me, across the board, to make Ron DeSantis, DeSanctimonious, seem like a viable challenger to Donald Trump. And here's one of the reasons why it is the Republicans, anybody supports DeSanctimonious running at their peril. 1/3 of Republicans and Republican leading voters, 28%, fully 28% of Republican primary voters are so devoted to the former president, this is from Politico, that they said they'd support him even if he ran as an independent. This is according to a national survey last month from the Bulwark and longtime Republican pollster Whit Ayers. Fergus Cullen, a former New Hampshire Republican Party chair, said, all these folks are just hoping that Trump's going to have a heart attack on a golf course one day, and that's going to solve their problem for them. And, Ronna McDaniel's trying to say, you got to take a loyalty pledge if you're going to be in the debates. Good luck with that. Here is Brian Kilmeade down in Florida, desperately trying to find some DeSantis supporters over Trump, and it is not going well.
All right, Lawrence. First off, Metro Diner here. I got a question for you. Ready? All right. 2024. Who's pumped up for the election? All right.
Yeah.
Rapid fire. Who's your man? Who's your woman?
My man, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Christie, no. Christie, no.
Who's your man?
Trump.
Or woman?
Trump.
Trump. A lot of Trump fans.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Trump and Nikki Haley.
And Nikki Haley.
Donald Trump and Nikki Haley.
All right, so far, a lot of Donald Trump.
Pause it for 1 second. Want to be clear. This is Florida.
Yeah, DeSantis country.
Ponte Vedra, yeah.
I mean, this is DeSantis country.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to be fair, this is not a scientific poll. But
how many of these people even know what ESG is either? All the bullshit that DeSantis talks about all the time.
Yeah.
What is ESG? What is that?
That's the thing. What is it? Equity and social governance.
That's his
guidance.
little
That's what
project.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
CRT for investors.
Right,
Yes,
right.
exactly.
Trump. A lot of Trump fans.
Trump and Nikki Haley.
And Nikki Haley.
Donald Trump and Nikki Haley.
All right, so far, a lot of Donald Trump. I see Governor DeSantis.
Pause it.
What about-
Okay, now, just to be clear, he's going to a woman who has a DeSantis T-shirt on, and he is super excited. Here we
got her. We got the one.
She's a plant, probably. Too.
Yeah.
President DeSantis.
I like it. I like it.
Who's your pick?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. Trump or DeSantis? I'm either or.
So you're right in the middle.
Yes, I am.
What you pumped up for?
I am super pumped.
I feel like we need a little bit of a break.
I am super
from
pumped
election
up for it.
to
I've got a
election. This goes
DeSantis shirt on, but I am okay with Trump too. Trump and DeSantis.
She's 50-50. The DeSantis shirt woman was supposed to be the sure thing.
Yeah, the producer probably put her there.
Yeah,
specifically
right.
so he
She's
could
like,
go
I
to
can't
her.
even do it. My heart's with Trump.
Is there any more here? Is he? How far around does he?
That's
have to
peer
go?
pressure for you. She's surrounded by Trumpers, even in the DeSantis shirts. You can be like, hey, I'm happy either way.
I mean, maybe she heard the Jeb endorsement and thought twice.
Yeah, I don't know, DeSantis, but Trump probably. Is there any more?
she takes it off and it's a Trump shirt.
Is that it? Let's run it to the end here. Here we go. People are also commenting about
I don't
the.
know. Trump or DeSantis? I'm either or.
Yeah,
So-
people are talking about the Smash
Yes,
Mouth in
pumped
the
up for?
background.
I am super pumped.
I feel like we need a little
Yeah.
bit of a break from election to election. It goes from
Yeah, I bet that's what you think, dude.
It totally
I bet
feels
that's what
like
you
that.
think.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad you were forced by the U.S. government to do this report on the election at this time.
We have Trump's response if we want to pull that up on Truth
let's do
Social.
this. I mean,
he responded.
we weren't the only people who saw this and saw how ridiculous it was. Apparently, also Donald Trump did.
He was truthing.
I have all
this
my
place
truth.
this morning.
I have notifications every time anybody posts on Truth.
Yeah,
Truth.
I was trying to find this morning, and not shocking that the Truth Social website does not let you decline cookies. It's just that's the kind of site it is. Here we
There's
go.
Donald Trump. Fox is working overtime for DeSantis, but they're failing. Look at the polls. We are MAGA. As this says, Brian Kilmeade has to search diner to find a single DeSantis supporter, and even she's on the fence.
I love this media. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, they're better now. They're smarter. Great poll numbers are springing forth for your favorite president, me, against Ron DeSantis
And
Biden. I guess people are finding out that he wanted to, all caps, cut Social Security and raise the minimum age to at least 70. At least 4 times.
keep it up, Trump. I truly I love this tactic. by him.
Likewise, with Medicare, wanted big cuts. He is a wheelchair over the cliff kind of guy. Just like his hero, failed politician Paul Ryan, the Fox News rating destroyer who led Mitt Romney's presidential campaign down the tubes. Globalists all. We
They're all
want
Jews.
America first.
That globalist all doesn't sound like Trump to me. But
You think Miller hopped in on that one?
Yeah.
Here's what's interesting. There was a story right now, I think it was in Politico or Axios, that Angus King and some other Republican are talking about raising the retirement age to age 70 on Social Security. And bless his heart, Donald Trump will hopefully prevent that from happening by making it too toxic to the Republican Party to do anything like that, even in the Senate. In fact, it is almost the best case scenario where you would have a push in the Senate to do this, because the House is certainly not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They're too sensitive to Trump. But if you get some of these senators trying to push it, and only Angus King is out there, and maybe he can get Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, it's going to be an interesting election when some of these Republicans who are willing to support that go up for re-election, and they're going to have pissed off Donald Trump.
It's perfect to keep branding Ron DeSantis with the Medicare and Social Security cuts. It helps us in the right now with the debt ceiling fight. And I just think it's helpful to get that in voters' minds in general about the Republican Party when it comes to the national election. Like, what DeSantis is doing by tripling down on culture war stuff, it's further alienating the Republican Party from the average voter who is not involved in trans discourse on social media and, just general like kitchen table issues for the general election. The further he has to go down that rabbit hole, the further he moves away from electability in a general election. And that's helpful for everybody in the Republican Party. I want them to go into the bowels, and Trump helps that. That's why I'm like enthusiastic about his attacks on these guys. It's great. It's great for the country to a degree.
It's also protecting Social Security and Medicare.
That too, yeah.
Because it's making it toxic for the Republicans who are now in a position of power. Now, I don't think Joe Biden's ever going to sign that. Nevertheless, it's good to know that it won't even make it to his desk.